Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angelic Alien. I am Reverend Raven Sowell, and it is my pleasure to be with you on today. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. For those of you who are coming back, welcome back, darling. It is always a beautiful thing to have you in the space. Um, if you are new to my channel, please know that my videos, they hold a certain resonance, they hold a certain frequency. And if the information within does not resonate with you, please do not attempt to force it to fit. If you find that any of the information in my videos causes confusion, causes you to feel fear, know that those are your red flags that the message is not for you. All right. Okay. If any of you are interested in any of the services that I provide, check those out down below in the description. I am a spiritual coach, a life coach, as well as a parental coach. I also provide spiritual counseling sessions if you all are interested in any of those. Those are all done live through a Microsoft Teams meeting that we will have together to discuss what you have going on, okay? All of the sessions that I provide, whether they be coaching or counseling sessions, are done through that medium, all right? All right, so we are going to invoke for spirit because we want to make sure that we are always protecting ourselves and you as the viewer during our videos, okay? During our channel messages. We are having a good little rain right now on this beautiful July the 4th. And so we're just very, very grateful for the cleansing away of a lot of this stagnant energy that has been in the ethers, in the atmosphere. We are just so grateful. So we thank you, Mother, Father, God, for your presence, for your love, and for your light. We thank you, holy angels and holy ancestors, for your presence. I ask that you allow me to be a clear channel at this time for the collective, bringing about only the messages that serve the highest good. I ask that Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Uriel are present at this time. I thank you, Mama Aset, oh Holy Spirit, for your presence. Thank you for your covering, your blessing. I thank you for binding all negative energy that is sent in the direction of me as the channeler. I thank you for binding that energy and sending it to the one source creator so that it can be transmuted for the highest purpose and the highest good of all. I thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for your presence, for helping to move and clear out stagnant energies that are within my auric field, as well as that of the viewers. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, so let's see what we have here as far as messages. I was guided to get the African Goddess Rising deck out. We are going to start by pulling, I'm hearing 2 cards from this oracle, and then we will base our reading around that. We thank you, Most High. Excuse me. What are the messages for the collective on today? 1, grounding. Grounding. We have Goddess Sachi, right? Then we have miracle. So Azan, Aizan. We have the back of the deck. We have Mami Wata. We thank you so much for your presence, Mami Wata. With yes, she is covered, so no nudity there. Mommy Waters with the card naked, right? Naked. We have grounding miracles. So how this is speaking to me at this time is that there is this energy of healing one's DNA. The DNA of the individual you, the viewer, is being healed at this time and being grounded into your root chakra, right? Which is going to bring about the manifestations of what will seem to be miracles, right? And this is coming because you have allowed yourself to be cleansed. In a way, I am hearing you have been, you are being cleansed, you are being cleansed in the unconscious. Your unconsciousness is going through this purification, going through this cleansing that is helping for you to actually ground very much miraculous energy into your root chakra, into Malkuth is also what I am hearing. Malkuth being the representation of the Sephirah of the tree of life for Earth, right? So there are physical manifestations that are being grounded into Malkuth, into the physical realm, the manifestation, right? So what has happened has been a clearing, a cleansing of of the portion of the tree of death that represents Lilith, right? That has held a lot of repressed dark feminine energy, and this has been healed and integrated is what I'm hearing, by you, the individual, becoming more aware of your power and walking and standing in your power, not being afraid of your power, not being in a space of where you are intimidated to be and show who you truly are. Okay. Um, Let's see here. So, with the energy of Lilith, I'm hearing, it is significant for you to look at where Lilith sits in your natal chart, because that is also giving you information as to where this will specifically be happening in your life, where a transmutation of this dark feminine energy will be. will be transmuting, right? This will be also being shown as a heightened, an increase of your intuition, your ability to connect with your intuitive self, right, in a more intimate way, right? This is also the energy of your intuition being something that is going to be a lot more present, a lot more vocal, a lot more forthcoming. The word is demanding, but not in a way that is going to feel as though you are um, not able to handle it. So you won't be so much overwhelmed by the things that are coming up, the information that is coming up through your intuitive knowing. Okay, it is going to be more of something of where it is going to be where you're going to feel way more comfortable, way more at ease with your intuitive knowing. It is just going to be very, very present within your day to day life. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me see here. The number three, the number six may be significant for you. The number nine is also significant for you. You are at a stage of completion, a stage of integration of mind, body, and spirit. A space of coming to truly understand and know your physical self on a deeper level. is what I am hearing. Okay, so the goddess of grounding. This goddess here is from the temple of the ancestors. So when I say that you are grounding more of this energy of miracles within your root chakra, this is within the base, within what you have inherited from your ancestry, not just the people that you have known, but far, far, far back. I'm hearing 14, 14 generations back. So that's significant. Okay. So you may know a great ancestress, Sachi, or Sarah Bartman, the woman forced to perform as a Hottentot Venus, as the Hottentot Venus in 19th century London. But before that, she was Sachi, a girl from South Africa who deserved better. Protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is your own. Your truth and your story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries, right? So, the embodiment of this is your energy is unsteady. Breathe, come into the present, say out loud, I am here. Trauma, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, fear disconnect you from your body. Grounding keeps you present. So when you feel rooted or rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work or grounding. Try earthing, collecting or connecting your feet to soil. Free writing, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. So, again, this is significant in that there is energy that is needing to be grounded or is already in the works of being grounded. And this energy that is that may have been feeling as though it is anxiety, worry, overwhelm. A way for you to counteract that is by grounding yourself into Mother Earth Gaia. Okay. And this is going to allow you to become strong in your roots so that you are able to integrate the miracles that are yours, the truth that is yours, right? And so being yourself is very important at this time, which is a part of the message as to your intuition, you becoming more connected with this dark feminine energy. This is why it is important because it is yours. It is a part of you. And if you are in a space of where you are attempting to run from it or attempting to conform to what the world thinks that you should behave like, then it is going to be quite unsettling and can be quite disruptive. You may find that you may find that you are into like heavy addictions. You may find that you are unable to be by yourself. You want to be in a relationship all the time. You are running to toxic, negative relationships because it is actually a representation of something that is going on within you that you have not yet integrated. All right. So we are going to go to the miracles card. We're going to go to the miracles card. Let's see here. All right. So this is from the temple of the high priestess. All right. So Mambo priestess is the wise Haitian Awa, right? Which is a deity, queen of the market, riches, and sacred initiations. Respect her. Respect her as the highly venerated spirit of the first priestess, right? You are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. You claim you want miracles, but you take an "I'll believe it when I see it" approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. This life's miracles. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and allow it in. Okay. So the declaration here is my life is full of miracles. So this goes to you grounding your truth, you grounding your energy, you having a change in your belief systems as to how things come about, right? If you have a belief system, if you were taught in a way of not believing something to occur until you see it, then that is exactly how it will be, right? So your belief comes before you see it. Your belief comes before the manifestation of it, because if not, then how did you even construct it to begin with, right? Because it comes through our thoughts, it comes through our beliefs. Our belief is very, very powerful. And so if we are grounding into the physical manifestation, that we don't believe things until we see it, and then it will be in a space of where we are not seeing any of these miracles that are just available to us because we do not have the belief of these things. Okay. I speak those things that are not as though they were. Right? That is very significant. That's coming up. All right. So I am going to read the Mommy Wata card as well, because it is being shown as being significant for the message. All right. So this is the Mommy Waters card is the goddess of emotional nakedness, from the diaspora, the temple of the griots. A griot is like a teacher. All right. So Mommy Wata and her sister live in the Ikpikpo River in the Benue city of Nigeria. But the ancient mermaid goddess is her own global pantheon. Mami Wata influences emotions and gives her followers with clairvoyance and healing powers. Hide no more. The emotional nakedness you avoid is your superpower, not your shame. Being emotionally naked means being vulnerable enough for the real you to shine through. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Practice being transparent. Start with the people closest to you. Say, I haven't been showing the whole me, but I'm starting today. Have the courage to feel and express your feelings without people pleasing. Speak your truth. Share your story. Cultivate an appreciation for vulnerability in others. Become comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, making others uncomfortable. The declaration: I have courage. I have the courage to be vulnerable. So this speaks to me again, the energy of Lilith, right? The Lilith energy is one where, if you've heard the stories of Lilith, she was made to seem as though she was a negative aspect of feminine energy, because she demanded being seen in her true light, her true power, and she was not going to be in a place of submission to an energy that was not above her, right? Because Adam was not above her, and she was not going to allow him to behave as though she was, right? And so in our truth, we have to stop. We have to stop really humbling ourselves to others who are not above us. We are not saying that we are above others, but we are also not below anyone either. Right? So understanding your true power is significant. Expressing who you truly are, no matter how uncomfortable it makes others feel, is what we are talking about today. I, over the last few days, I have been having a reoccurrence of things that people have said to me about how I present, about how direct I am, and people have a certain issue with how someone else is when they are uncomfortable with their own authority, with their own power, right? Um, I speak from a place of knowing that I have the right to be here and to take up space. I speak with the authority that has been given to me through the Most High. How do I know that it's been given to me? Because I am here present in the world and I have a voice to speak what it is that I am meant to say in any given moment without any shame, despite what other people may feel about what I am speaking. No matter how uncomfortable other people may feel about what I am speaking, because that is actually a representation of those people and how they feel about their own truth, right? So, this is a message for you, the viewer who resonates with this video, to speak your truth, to be who you are unapologetically. And if you have anxiety about that, to ground that and understand that you have every right to take up space. You have right to plant yourself into the roots of Mother Earth so that you are able to truly connect with who you are so that you are able to truly download and truly manifest the miracles that are meant to be born through you. Okay. All right. We are going to get some messages from the Angel and Ancestor Oracle. Ouch, buddy. Ouchie. You're biting me. What's the additional messages that we have for the collective? Sometimes you may get information from your intuition that may that may feel kind of sharp, right? But understand that that information that you are receiving is not meant to harm you. Just observe it. Observe it to see where it will take you. All right. Everything that you get from your intuition isn't meant to have a response. We have Mother Earth here. We have Mother Earth. So very important to ground. Very important to be in connection with Mother Earth, especially today, to be in connection with Mama Aset, to be in connection with, you know, Gaia, however you are wanting to understand it, right? Because this is the energy of maternal love, maternal connection, but also the energy of darkness, of your unconscious. This is us understanding, grounding into our unconscious mind so that we can begin to understand and love that which those parts of us that we are not yet aware of. Bear with me, right? So in the unconscious mind, the thing about the unconscious is that it is so deep down that most of the time we, well, yeah, all of the time, all of the time, we are not even aware that we are acting from our unconscious, right? But most of the actions that individuals make are coming from this place or is coming from your unconsciousness, right? But You, as the individual, are not aware that this is where this is coming from. You may be feeling as though, oh, well, this is just who I am. This is just how I am. This is just how I behave. This is just my personality. Not understanding that it is coming from an unconscious aspect of yourself, right? A part of your dark feminine energy that is being manifested without your awareness. So, Carl Jung says that there are parts of our shadow that will be manifested, and we will see it as fate because we are unconscious of it, right? And so the way that we can become conscious of these parts of ourselves is understanding that everything that is around us is coming from a place that we have created knowingly or unknowingly, right? The relationships that are toxic, or even the good relationships, right? You cannot take you cannot take credit for the good things that are coming in your life, but not also take credit for the things that are not so good that are coming into your life. And so, with Mother Earth energy here, I'm truly getting that it is time for us to really plant ourselves, really ground ourselves, and sit in the things that are uncomfortable as well as the things that are comfortable about ourselves and our life, what we have created. That toxic relationship that you have created, that toxic family that you have been born into, to really sit in love and appreciation of the fact that we live in a universe that is so intelligent that will allow us to create situations, relationships, and occurrences that will allow us to become conscious of what is within our souls that is still needing to be developed, still needing to be better evolved. Okay. So, understanding that this is coming through the awareness of what is coming through your intuition. So, as I was saying before, there may be stuff that is coming that your intuition is giving you that is kind of like sharp, like, oh, ouch, right? But it isn't meant to harm you. It is just meant for you to observe it. It is meant for you to observe it and see, how is it a part of you? How does it resonate? What is it there to teach me? What is it there to help you to heal? Be open to healing information, is what I'm getting here at the back end of the deck here. Be open to healing information. Earth energy is incredibly strong right now, incredibly strong. Healing information is incredibly strong. You may be working with Archangel Raphael. The heart chakra is most definitely being activated as well during this time, because in the heart chakra, this is where the energy of Christ resides as well. Okay. Okay. Stay rooted and grounded. This is like, listen, stay rooted and grounded. So, this is about you. This is about you most definitely planting and anchoring yourself into Mother Earth, into the dark soil, so that you are able to become more and more aware of what is actually happening in the unconscious self. Okay. Hmm. Some of you may be recognizing or seeing that there is awareness and transformation of various addictions, awareness of various addictions that are coming to light that are needing to be transformed. These addictions have been things that have caused significant amounts of grief within your line, and has caused significant damage to that heart chakra area. We thank you, Holy Spirit. Um, there is a significant amount of truth that will be coming through to you as you are becoming more aware of what is going on there in that unconscious mind and to that unconscious self. There is a call for you to tap in to your hermit energy, go in so that you are able to activate the light within, the light within your unconsciousness, so that you can make that which is unconscious conscious. Yes, so that you are able to reveal those parts of abandonment, those parts that have been abandoned, those parts though that have been broken off of your true self, so that they can be brought back to wholeness, right? So they can help you in the work and the manifestations of miracles that are meant to be coming to help you to get out of this negative manifestation of negative manifestation of the shadow. Okay, with the devil energy at the back in the well. All right. Okay. 30:30 on the clock. So 33 is significant. This is a time of significant reincarnation. This is a time of reincarnation, the time of recognizing what has been planted and deciding what to do with what is coming up from what has been sown. All right. So now that you are able to see the manifestations of what has the seeds that have been planted, what are you going to do with what is manifesting? What are you going to do with the fruit of the seeds that are now becoming visible? Right? Because those seeds were made were they grew in darkness, right? Again, darkness is symbolic for our unconscious. The darkness is symbolic for our unconscious. So, what you're seeing now, what are the manifestations of the seeds? You would know them by their fruits, right? So you know what was in the seeds that have been planted within the bloodline. And now there is this collaboration that is happening to help you to come to a new place of awareness of this collective energy, right? So you are asked to be a student, to study, to look at, to observe what is coming forth, right? You are being asked to study, observe, and look at the emotions, the waters that have been being used to nurture these seeds as well. So, what type of emotions have been poured onto these seeds? So the manifestations of the seeds. So I'm speaking I'm speaking in a way that I'm hoping that you are understanding, where we're talking about 33 is significant, where we are talking about the seeds being those things that are in the unconscious, those thoughts, those beliefs, the way in which what you have inherited from your collective unconscious of your family line, of the collective, right? So those are the seeds, right? The emotions, or what you have been watering them with, the waters that have been being poured on these emotions is the emotions of anger, the emotions of frustration, possibly the emotions of uncertainty, the emotions of non-belief with regards to who and what you truly are and the potential that you actually have, right? Um, the ways in which you have thought have also contributed to the different emotions that you have poured on to these these unconscious seeds, right? um Spirit, yes. Okay, the Four of Wands, right? So the Four of Wands talks about bringing harmony and celebration into the home, right? About marriage, about union. The Four of Wands is talking about, the celebration after you have waited and you have excuse me, you have thought about, you have prophesied, or you have waited for your ships to come in, right? So this is then the celebration of that other one coming to bring harmony, to bring balance into your life, into yourself, right? So going back to the emotions, what is the energy? What is a typical energy of that you have been grown in, that your unconscious has been seeped in, right? So have were you raised in a home where people did a lot of manipulation? Were you raised in a home that was truly loving and supportive and helped you to really get a true understanding of yourself? Were you raised in a home where it was encouraged for you to listen to your intuition? Was it encouraged for you to have an open mind and to communicate with, your ancestors and your angels, and to be who you truly were, to truly accept yourself? If not, then you were raised in a family, in a home where you had to people please, you had to conform in a significant way. This has an impact on how you have now formed your universe, how you have formed your world. Okay. And so what you are encouraged to do now is to be fearless, to be understanding, and to be like energetic, be encouraged to be your true self, because this is a part of divine justice. This is a part of divine karma. This is a part of you coming to a place of victory and recognition of who you truly are, so that were able to discover discover the light within you, right? This is a part of it all. This is a part of your victory, of you becoming a more enlightened being, a more evolved soul. Okay. Any more over here? Yes. So understanding that as you are working your way through this energy, as you are working your way through this energy and evolving, there will be the high priestess here. There's the transformation, there's the death card, resurrection, and the high priestess here. So this is understanding that as you are going through this, you will have energy sent your direction that is telling you you're doing stuff wrong, or this is not the right way, to make you to go back into the old way of believing, old way of thinking. But there is also this energy of you going through a death and a rebirth. And the things that you are learning from the death is causing you to have a better connection with your higher self, with your high priestess, which is allowing you to see the things that have come from your past life, the things from your childhood that have had an impact on how you grow. Okay. So this again, the Wheel of Fortune here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a transitioning from the darkness into the light, so you are able to truly see what is in the unconscious self, what is going on in the unconscious, so that you are able to be, uh oh, baby. so that you are able to be more profitable, more more profitable, more sovereign within your emotions and your physical manifestations here on the earth, because of the understanding that you are healing your divine feminine energy, which has been at sometimes have been seen as to be wicked, or seen to have been a source of death and pain, and um, death, pain, ending, right? But it's only been seen that way because it was not conforming, right? So, yeah, it was seen that way because you were recognizing the toxicity of the different trials and tribulations that were manifesting in your life, and you were being shown this from a place of your intuitive self. Right? Like, listen, this is all about you studying. This is about you studying who you are. Okay? Learning who you are. Okay, let's get closing messages, please. The strength card and the, oh my God. Ha! Cannot make this stuff up. Again, we split the deck and we get the Empress and the Strength card. So again, healing of the feminine energy. Let's see what's behind this. Yeah. Healing of these toxic waters, healing of these toxic energies that you have been surrounded with, right? That have caused a significant amount of manifestations of negativity within your life. Okay. And again, it isn't because you did anything wrong. It is because of, this is a part of the divine contract, right? But also because you were unaware. It was in your unconscious. And so what is the things that are in your unconscious will be will be seen as faded, right? Until it becomes conscious. You'll think, oh, well, I've just always, my family has just always had issues with money. My family has just always had issues with mental health issues. My family has just always had issues with getting with not so good baby mamas and baby daddies, right? That's just something that my family just has. It's just, again, this is our belief that what is unconscious is fated. We don't realize that this is a part of a seed that is within our unconsciousness, our collective unconscious of our family, also of the actual world that we are rocking with right now, that we are becoming aware of. And the more we become aware of it, awaken to it, we're able to analyze it, and we're able to judge it, so that we are able to transmute it, right? We're no longer dead men walking. We're no longer just these little shells walking around with this negative energy that has been revved up for generations. Again, I said 14 generations. It's a significant amount of generations. So, okay. Closing message. Confirmation, right? Closing message. What is the closing message, Spirit? We thank you so much for, yes, the Lover's card. We have the Lover's card here. Right. So your choices are important. How you are, which side are you going to be picking, right? Or are you going to recognize that merging or integrating both sides is relevant? Merging your tree of life with your tree of death is relevant. It is significant for how you are going to move forward on your path to overcome those mountains that will be coming in the future. Because the fact of the matter is when you begin to awaken to this, doesn't mean that the mountains are going to stop manifesting, you are just going to know how to better maneuver, how to better make those mountains move, right? How to speak to those mountains and tell them to move is what I'm hearing. Uh-huh. We have the 10 of Cups that has come out with the Lover's card. So again, this is us coming to a place of integration of our shadow and our light so that we are able to have the fulfillment of the collective consciousness, collective unconsciousness, excuse me, of our lineage. So we are able to become aware of what has been in those cups, what has been passed on in those cups from the elder generations to us, and what are we going to do with them? How are we going to better handle the emotions, the waters? How are we better going to handle the gifts that have been passed on to us? The things that have seemed like curses, they are going to be truly starting to be seen as the true gifts that they are. Okay. This is this is like a deeper level of initiation. Deeper level of initiation. 7 of Cups. So there's going to be a lot of options. There's going to be a lot of choices that are going to be made available to you, and confusion can come. But in order for you to truly stand over this confusion is to stand in your authority and to see things clearly, to understand that you have the power of the magician to overcome this confusion by speaking and by seeing with divine authority, by using your intuitive connection, by parting the waters through speaking truth, through not allowing confusion to remain in your environment, right? Right, bringing an ending to confusion, bringing an ending to distractions, bringing an ending to burden. How do you do that? Through awareness of your power, through love, through awareness of your power, through love, through bringing together your divine masculine and your divine feminine energy that has been passed on to you through your earthly ancestry. Right? There is significant inheritance that has been passed on to you, that is meant to be manifested in the physical world. Right? There is an abundance that is coming. Follow the white rabbit. There is the need to nurture yourself. There is a need to nurture the land. Okay? There is a need to nurture your mind. Nurture your mind. How you nurture your mind, it will also be shown in your physical world. Okay. Some of you have been healing mommy and daddy issues, and those things, I am happy to say, are being resolved. Right, as you are stepping more and sitting more into your divine power and overcoming your obstacles, you are overcoming these wounds that have been passed on from your mother and your father. You're recognizing that a lot of the stuff has to do with what has been passed on to you from your lineage. Again, the divine unconsciousness, the regret, the guilt that was not resolved when your parents left or your grandparents left, right? It was passed on to you. Yeah. So there is Again, the Five of Wands energy, where there has been a lot of competition, a lot of warring, a lot of fighting. But really and truly, whenever I see this card, I see that it's like multiple people. They look like different people, but really and truly, um, these are like aspects of the same person, right? So aspects of self. There is like, this is like after the Four of Wands, where there was order and harmony that was brought together through, through significant trials. Then there is, then after that becomes the competition, becomes the comes the competition, the fighting with self, right? The fighting with self, the fighting of the family. And even if, thinking about it, even if this is like family, right, that you're fighting with, those are also still parts of yourself. Those are still aspects of yourself, right, that you're fighting with within those people. And so this is significant. This is significant. Divorce may be significant. There may be a lot of infighting, a lot of competition, a lot of battling. There may be a separation within the home, right? This is bringing me to the scripture with regards to, I think it's Revelations, with regards to, like, about the fighting in the home. There'll be mother against child, sons against father, mother against daughter, father against son. That part of the scripture is like we're all fighting. We're fighting different aspects of ourselves, right? A house divided cannot stand. So this is going back, this is what I'm hearing. So this is going back to understanding that you have to bring your dark and your light together. You're fighting yourself, right? Everything is you pushed out. Okay? Everything is you pushed out. It's unconsciousness. Okay? Is at the end. Whew. This Queen of Swords energy not only talks to me about a divorced woman, right? Then again, taking me back to like the Lilith energy. It's the the Queen of Swords energy is also taking me to a place of, even though the woman is divorced, she is very aware of, she's aware of the BS, right? She's aware of the stuff that people are not saying. She is aware of what is not being said in the room, right? And that awareness, that truth that she is aware of, is helping her to bring a new beginning to her spiritual self, her spiritual knowing, right? But this Queen of Swords energy, she does what she needs to do, even if it makes her feel like shit, right? She's gonna do what she needs to do. She'll take care of business. She's gonna handle up on business, even if it hurts her feelings, right? Even if recognizing what is going on is an aspect of her, she's gonna look at it dead in the face, right? So this is significant. With this with this Ace of Cups energy, this is like a purity. This is a new beginning of those emotional cups that you are being connected to from the heavenly realms, right? So that you are able to pour new waters upon your seeds. Pouring new water upon your seeds, right? This is the energy of love, true self love, not love that you have to get from someone else, but true love of self that has been given to you through your connection with the one source creator. Okay. All right. I am closing off this I am closing off this message, this channeling, sending back all of the energy to the one source creator, thanking you for allowing me to be a clear channel at this time for the collective. Excuse me. I call back all of my energy that belongs to me, whole, healed, and transmuted. All energy that belongs to the viewer, I send back to them, whole, healed, and transmuted. Ashe, ashe, ashe. You be blessed.